Here's some more late night tinkering vlogging. Here is a strip of adhesive backed RGB LEDs. My plan is just to mount this above my desk to give it some multi-spectral illumination. All I'm doing is soldering on some lead wires to the RGB and plus 12 volt contacts. Every one of these squares is actually, every one of those white squares is 3 colors of LED. You can bring this closer and see if it focuses. Yeah, there it is. So there are a bunch of little wires in there, but there's pairs of contacts. So there's 6 contacts total inside that white circle square IC that's mounted on this strip. Each pair represents a red, green, or blue LED. And what's we have on the wire is actually, they're all common anodes. So there's a plus 12 that's going in, and then the G, the R, the B labels there are the ground that comes out. And so the reason why I wanted to solder those on, I got my soldering iron right here, it's still hot, is that I needed to connect it to the aptly named LED controller. So this thing right here actually is almost like a whole Arduino, just shrink wrapped into this little piece right here. And then I connect it right here to a DC 12 volt supply, which you can see over there on the power strip on the wall is just where it's mounted, so just a simple AC adapter. This LED controller is actually, you can't control it directly from that. You have to use this remote control. So when it's connected to power and I press a button on the remote control, they all light up. So right now they're all lit up as blue. I can change the color. I could turn them red. I could also turn them green, back to blue, and then I can do combinations. Yellow, which is a combination of red and green. I can do cyan, which is a combination of green and blue. I can also do magenta, the combination of red and blue, and I can do white. And now, from my perspective, this looks probably a little whiter than it does on this iPad video camera. But the blue still somewhat overpowers the rest of the colors. It's not your nice black body white, it's more of an artificial LED RGB white. But zooming in here again, we can get the contrast adjusted. Let me shut off the power, and let's look at this individual square right here. And let's see what happens if I focus on this and bring down the contrast. So we can go to red, and you could see that it's not the entire LED square lit up, and there's the green and there's the blue. So the light's going from, the red one is actually, I'll get a little closer in there, the red one's actually in the center, the green is on the left side, and the blue is on the right side. So you can see what I mean. Let's see how close I can get. What are the macro capabilities of an iPad camera? It's about as close as I can get. So red again in the center, green to the left side, and blue to the right side. We can see that these are probably going to overpower what the camera can do. But again, here's this RGB LED strip. These things are pretty cheap. You can get a whole setup for this without even needing to solder it, complete with remote control and everything, for probably 10 bucks on Amazon for maybe like 30 feet of RGB LEDs. You can also get them in rolls of this adhesive strip, so you can cut them to whatever length you need. And that's where I just had this extra strip, and then you can get controllers for maybe a couple bucks. So these things have gotten a lot cheaper. Maybe 10 years ago these were a lot more expensive, but the world is using lots and lots of LEDs, so they get produced more and more, and demand goes up, production goes up, and the price goes down. So they're fun. I just wanted to do something with this to give my desk some illumination. These can make for fun and creative projects when you're using Arduino, so something to think about as you think about some kind of Arduino independent project.